Well, howdy everyone. I'm back. Second day of streaming Ultima 1. Didn't get anything done after. Matter of fact, part of this is I want to do it all on stream, so I'm not going to do a lot of off-screen stuff. It might get a little tedious, but part of this is to play the game actually online. Couple of things. One thing I did set up that's a little different. I forgot when you're playing these games, these Ultima games, these old classic RPGs. There are a couple of things you can assume from a modern game, modern RPG that don't exist back then. The first thing is mapping, especially auto mapping. You play a modern RPG like World of Warcraft and what have you, and you can see the map of where you've been and where you need to go and things like that. Well, you don't have that within the game in these old games because they didn't have the memory for it. They didn't have the display for it. Instead, you have to print out maps. I had forgotten to do that. So there's actually 4 maps with this game, and I've got one copy of each. So I've got the maps here. I can keep track of different locations. I've written in some of them here. You can see there I've got Lord British's castle and Britain written in there. So I'm going to go through first and look at some of these places I've been before and try to remap everything as I should have done yesterday when I was playing. Again, forgot that you kind of need to do that. Other thing you need to do, you don't have quest logs like you do in the modern games, so you actually need to keep track of that yourself. So I've got some graph paper because there's another part of it. Of course, when you go into dungeons, it doesn't auto map for you either, so you have to map the dungeons. So I'm going to use the graph paper, another sheet of graph paper, to start mapping the dungeons and figure out where we need to go. So first of all, we don't get lost, but secondly, so then we can find the things I need to find in the dungeon. This paper I'm also going to use for writing down the hints from the different innkeepers. So I'm going to actually backtrack first and go and visit all the innkeepers at all the different towns and get their hints, get them written down. I think as far as I know, they're not randomly generated. They are just regular, scripted hints. Each innkeeper does his own hint all the time. So anyways, that's what I'm going to start out with. And then I'm going to try to see if I can get this, see if I can find this Grave of the Lost Soul. I think I might know where it's at, but I'm going to go look around. I'm trying to do this without any walkthroughs. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to do today. And this is just kind of playing around and having fun. So let's get on into the game here. And we're going to continue, and that one, and here we are. Okay, so let's start by going in here and talking to the innkeeper again. Maybe we'll get drunk. No, like I said yesterday, some of the characters or some of the games, I think you can actually, it will affect your character if you have too much to drink. But let's see if we get a hint off this guy. Tough part is, of course, waiting for it to do its thing. Nope, nothing from him. So, oh, come on. And of course, one problem you have, the NPCs will get in the way sometimes. You can't do much about that. That's kind of a challenge with these games always. They've always kind of been like that. But onward. Oh, wrong. I'm still trying to get used to the whole way these things work. So you'll have to bear with me. This is, trying to remember how to stream and to play the game at the same time. Might be a little too much for my mind at first. Okay, so that's Moon over on that side. So, and by the way, friend from another social network, Janet, came in. Yes, it's older than you, Janet. Maybe 1980s when it first came out. This version is 1986. So at least that's a little more recent. Yeah. So there. It's not older than me though, so I could play it. Besides, these are back when games were really fun and didn't cost an arm and a leg and didn't take up, lots and lots and lots of disk space and all that. This was only on 180 kilobyte disk. So yeah, so that's how that works. I kind of prefer these older games, to be honest with you. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the one now that tells us we have to go back in time. Write that down. Of course, that's easy enough to remember, but still. Trying to write these notes kind of quickly. Okay, so good. It's 2 years younger than you. I'm using OBS for Mac, actually, is what I'm doing to do the streaming. It works pretty well. I'm still just playing with it. You can see I've got kind of a basic setup here, but at least it does the job. It runs fairly well even on my 5-year-old Mac, surprisingly. I say surprisingly because if I tried to do anything newer than this, forget it. It wouldn't happen. There's no way on earth that I could get a more modern game to run on this, just because this Mac is kind of old and it's had its years. It still works. It's just kind of slow. Let's see here. I know there's another one up here. So this is kind of the boring part, unless you enjoy the exploring, which is, it's kind of interesting. It's not as interesting as some newer games for exploring and things like that. But okay, that's pause. Let's see here. Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. And of course, these NPCs sometimes are kind of annoying in these games, unfortunately. There's not much you can do about that. I think they do that on purpose, but they get in the way all the time. It's just, again, their artificial intelligence isn't exactly what you'd call the best. Okay, so we got to destroy the evil gem. And that gem it's talking about is the gem that supposedly gives the evil wizard or whatever the heck he is his powers. So it's kind of a cliched plot line. I know that's something that's been used for years and 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 years. You know how that goes. I guess the old ones, they hang around. Now, admittedly, this is not a this is an early game, so they seem cliched to us now, but maybe they weren't quite so much back then. I don't know. Okay, so this is the Castle Lost King. Let's see what he wants me to do. And as far as I know, like these quests and everything, they're not random either. I'm going to offer service. I got to go kill a gelatinous cube. Okay, so I think you find those in the dungeons. Hopefully I should be able to do both of those pretty easily. Okay, so Lost King. Kill... does help to be able to spell, at least to remember what you need to do. So can do that. So let's see here. Okay, I think I had one more place over here I want to look at. Now again, like I said yesterday on the stream yesterday, which I'm sure hopefully people are will watch on YouTube eventually. A lot of the plots, or a lot of the characters, a lot of the NPCs, a lot of the creatures are all very much Dungeons and Dragons type creatures. I think Lord British was very heavily influenced on by Dungeons and Dragons, and kind of the purpose of these games was to be Dungeons and Dragons, but on a computer, so a single player like me could sit down and play it instead of having to have a whole group of friends. Okay, space travel, destroy 20 enemy vessels, become an ace. So let's see here. Let's go after... Come on. Oh. Pretty simple combat, but combat method, but it works. Again, for the time, you know, it's kind of easy to judge these games by modern standings, and you kind of got to say, you know, but these aren't modern games. They didn't have the horsepower in the machines. They didn't have the graphics capability. They didn't have the processor capability. They definitely didn't have the memory. Dungeon of Perennia. Let's write that down here. This one here. Okay. So we'll go and explore that out later. Get to use the graph paper to do the mapping just like the old days. It's kind of fun, actually. Irritated me sometimes, but I sure enjoyed it, at least as a kid, to be able to do that. But I was kind of strange like that I actually enjoyed stuff like that. So, I gotta find a town. Well, I think there's another one over here I can get to easily enough. Yep, there it is. Well, there's pause again. Okay. A little low on coins, so I'll have to go do some fighting after this. Oh, let's see here. Let's do 10 of them. There we go. Time to go do some fighting again. See what kind of creatures I can take out. Come on. Come on, come on. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong key. No wonder. That's the one downside with keyboard commands. If you hit the wrong keys, it doesn't work too well. Actually, I kind of like it better, though, than using mouse, though, sometimes, I think. Oh, there we go. It must be above there is what I'm looking for. Because I know there's another one up here somewhere. Let's go after this bear again. Squid. That's a new one. I haven't been to that town yet. I'll have to make sure to get over to the... Nope. Tough part when you're trying to remember where your papers are. Let's see here. Hold on. Back in time. So that doesn't help much. That didn't help much at all. So let's see here. I'm okay for food. Come back out here. I do think these games kind of show the weakness of using like random number generation and things like that, especially for artificial intelligence, where the NPCs just kind of wander around aimlessly, and it causes problems where you're trying to get around, and it doesn't work too well. Okay, that's the unholy hole, huh? It's not a friendly place to hang around, apparently. Okay. Let's climb up. So we're still looking for that cave, or that grave of the lost souls. There is a lost cave that I wonder if it's just coincidence they use the same name for two different things. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not, you know. Okay, there's Monter. Whoops, wrong one. Climb up, that's right. for the time, these games really were pretty revolutionary. They were some of the games that really kind of set the genres we're familiar with. Okay, let's Okay, let's see here. A little bit more down there. Like I said, I'm just climbing, doing exploring right now, and then we'll get into hopefully conquering some dungeons here pretty quick. Oh, but first, every time the food goes low, you got to go in and get more. I think, as I recall on later games, that it wasn't quite so, having to buy food all the time. I think they kind of balanced out the food a little better. I mean, we're still a concern. It's always a concern in these games, but it's not quite to the level it is now. It's not like something like World of Warcraft where you can just get away with not having food. And oh, by the way, you're not that much younger than me, so none of that. My friend here, and I use that loosely, says electricity was revolutionary back then. Yeah, you're not that much younger than me. Sorry, I hate to break it to you. So you don't have much room to talk. Dungeon of Doubt. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, there's more down this way. So let's see here. Of course, these are like a lot of games where you can kind of get yourself almost, overpowered against certain creatures. Oh, I'm going with this guy first. Let's kind of see if I can. Nope. See, here's one thing that, unless they're doing a ranged attack, they can't attack at angles. That's fixed in a later game. It's just right now it's not. Right now they can't go for an angle attack, which you can use to your advantage. Eventually, like I said, they do that in other games where they can. Okay, here's City of Monterey. Well, let's see here. We got another dungeon over here. I need to go find a Death's Awakening. Oh, that sounds cool. There's a lot of cliched names in games like this, I'll admit it, And again, some of it might be because these games kind of started the cliches, and some of them because they were using off already existed. Ooh, he's... Okay, you know what? That's the first I've... These guys were pretty good. That's the first time I had to deal with them. Hopefully the last time for a while. That wasn't much fun. Yeah. What we got here? Tune. Okay. Let's see what this guy has to say here. Okay. Hate having to wait for this, though. It takes its sweet time. Let's see here. Oh, darn it. Nothing there. Or if I did, I missed it completely, which is entirely possible. I kind of looked away for a second there. Let's see what we got for weapons. A wand, bow and arrows. Ooh, bow and arrows would be kind of nice to have the ranged weapon, but sword's doing all right for me right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, for food. Actually, I think I need to run... See if I can get through here. Go back up to the castle here. Get some more hit points going. Ooh, boy. There we go. And I can go have fun after I heal back up. Another thing they have in later games is you can rest to get your health back. I don't think this one can at all. You basically just what you have to do. You have to offer pence, do another 100, and now I'm back in better shape. I think you get levels up. I really never played this game a lot, so I don't know exactly what you got to do, but I think you get your levels up by completing the service, that your quests. Come on. There we go. This will help get our coinage up. See, now we got a warlock here. That's what you can do the ranged attack. But wow, this guy's got a lot, and he does a lot of damage too. Come on, why is he not? Well, I may have to back off of this guy. Come on now, why am I not hitting all of a sudden? I might be done here pretty quick. We have to go back and get some more. Here's kind of the trick you got to do sometimes. You got to kind of basically run around. If you're hurting like this, you got to kind of run around just for that reason. So you don't get hit as you're trying to do this. There we go. He got me pretty good there. I think I got some good hits on him, but he got me even better. Another challenge with these games sometimes. There we go. That looks a little better. Might actually have a chance now again. Finally. Okay, really? This is one irritating thing with these random number generators is they'll do this where you'll be swinging and you'll just miss constantly. And there's absolutely no reason at all why they do miss constantly other than just the random number generators not having much to do with you right now at that moment. Like this. There, finally. Very irritating. Okay, let's see. I know there's a town down here somewhere. There we go. And this is fun. Yeah, okay. Watch the wench. Okay. Don't know if that's a hint or just something they added in just for the character of it. Let's see here. And there's no food in here at all. That's why I snuck in here. I was get food. Okay, well, I guess I have to run back up and do that. Where's that hidden archer at? Oh, there he is. I'm worried about him right now. I need to get up here and get food. There we go. go for 20. There, then I'm good to go for a while again. Okay, there he is. I see him. Little hidden archers are kind of hard to see because they're only like 1 pixel difference. Now let me look here. Is there a... I might have had the wrong key. I might have forgotten if there is a rest or something where you can kind of stop and heal up. It doesn't look like it. Oh, you can turn off sound. Maybe I need to do that. No. Farm and search. Ooh. There. Okay, let's see here. I'll go up and patrol around a dungeon here, I think. There's a particular one up here I want to check out. No, that's not it. Come on. Fine. Let's see here. Which one was the one? It's down south. That's the one I was thinking of. And if you do run out of food, it's like most games, you're going to eventually die if you run out of food. So that's why that's so important to keep that up. Here's where I wanted to go. It's down here. Boy, those hidden archers are annoying. They can get 2 good hits on you before you even get close to it. I'm seeing a lot more of them right now. See, if you get a good hit, sometimes you can get the creature before he even has... Lost Caverns. I'm going to see if this is where what I'm looking for is located. This is where I want the graph paper. This is where it gets to be. This kind of gets to be fun. I always kind of enjoy this personally. Is doing the exploring, and that's what I was hoping to do today, was to get to one of these and see if I can find what I'm looking for here. Find that, if I can get this piece of paper out. There we go. Okay. So. Now let's look around here. Okay. This work gets kind of probably going to be boring to watch, but that's all right if it hasn't been already. If it has been already, too bad. Just trying to map things out here now then. So I thought. Yep, so far so good. And we try to do, because like right now I can't go forward. It says path blocked. I haven't gone anywhere, just in a little circle here, but I can't go anywhere. So it probably means that somewhere along here there is a hidden door, and it might be inside this room here. So you get in here and you do the informant search, found a secret door. Okay. Cool. That worked. And there's yet another block. And I can see down there. So, find nothing. Secret door, I figured. Nothing. Okay, let me try in this room here too again. Okay. Oh, there we go. Secret doors all around. So that's kind of the fun. I use the term loosely of these games. Okay, where is he at? Got him. There we go. I don't even know which way I'm going now. Got turned around that point. Okay, that's where I'm at. So go in here. Go here. That puts us here. You don't get a lot of time to kind of sit around, do you, on these games, though? There we go. Okay, so this puts us here. And if I'm not mistaken, now I can walk forward, and I'll end up here. Yep, good. So this is kind of the tedious part if you're not really into this kind of mapping and things like that. Like I said, I think I kind of fun once in a while. Not something I want to do all the time, but once in a while I think it's kind of fun to try to figure it out. But, you know, depending on who your DM is for role-playing, you may have to do this anyways. Okay, so this goes like that. That's a wall with that. So just kind of to show how I'm doing it, this is what my map looks like so far. It's not much of anything, but it's just something that I can... let's wait for this bat to show up here, shall we? Nope, he's not coming. Okay, let's duck in here. Aha. A ranger. Got him. Okay. So now I think. Ah. And there's a door there. So I go up in here. Ah, very good. That's the hallway. A lot of doors in this one. It's like behind me. There we go. Okay. go. That's a straight through there. Hmm. Okay, now. There we go. Okay, so that's just a box, as far as I can tell. Okay, I think you open. Oh, not open coffin. Let's see here. How do you open chests? Yet? Nope. Let's see here. What's here? Spell. Unlock. There we go. Well, I got hit, but it still worked. Okay, puts me right there. And one more step forward. Just like this. Secret door, okay. Uh-oh. He attacks and of course he's the one way I wasn't looking. There. Yeah, I apologize now if this is boring. Well, this is what you get when you watch an amateur at work. Someday maybe I'll be interesting. There we go. I figured there'd be one there because it looked like that was just a box otherwise. Okay. Interesting. I missed. No, that looks right. That looks right. I think. I see what I goofed up. See, this is part of the problem when you're trying to do these maps. You mess things up. There. One step too far. There we go. Okay, that looks up to date now then. And I go through this door here. Let's see here. Okay. There we go. Now I know where. Let's see. I'll make sure this should be the ladder on the other side of that barrier. Perfect. Let's sneak down here real quick. Sorry about that. My text messaging thing popped up here. I've got, unfortunately, something that does alerts. I need to mute it right now. There we go. This is part of learning how to do this right. Everybody else goes through this, trying to figure all this out. Ah, there's the ladder down. Good thing. Okay, let's hear. Okay, looks like an empty room, but is it? Nothing. Secret door. Secret door. A lot of those in this dungeon. Nothing and nothing. Okay, that might be the bottom of the dungeon, actually. I don't think they're very big dungeons by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, and let's head back east. Through that door. Puts me right here. Okay. Let me guess. Yep. Secret door. I figured. So that basically is the entire map of the first level. Again, this was pretty revolutionary at its time. Now it looks primitive. Now it looks kind of silly. It doesn't look like it takes a lot, but it really was at the time pretty incredible what it could do at the time. Especially on a computer that only had 64 kilobytes of memory and a 2 gigahertz processor. Okay, where are you at? There we go. There, I think I've been everywhere on this map. Yep, looks like it. Keep going this way. There he is. Come on, go away. Seriously? There we go. Okay, let's do this real quick. Right, yep. I'm going to climb up so I can get my hit points back. Plus some. Okay, now I got level 1 down. Let's go on to the next one. Hope he's on the other side of the... He's good. There we go. Level 1. And climb down to level 2. There we go. I'm guessing there's a door there. Yep. Okay, so there we go. Do the same kind of thing. Do this again. Let's see here. Looks like they're basically 9x9 or 10x10 maps, assuming they're all basically the same. So there's level 1. Did that backwards. Yeah, so I can just real quick show. Here's the map from level 1. Here's what level 1 looks like, in case anybody wants to play at some point and wants to see my map. I think would be surprised if they're random number generator, but again, it's one of those you never quite know. You never quite know what to expect as far as that's concerned. So onward through level 2. I'm not going to worry about the doors right now. Let's head north. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so those 2 steps. There, okay. And 2. Oops, too far. Nothing and something. Let's go into that room. Yep. Okay. So I wonder if this is the outside wall again. Yep. And straight ahead, nothing. Another secret door. Nothing. Another box. Search, secret door. Nothing. They like the boxes on these levels. Search, nothing. I bet that's the outside too. I bet you I go there. Yep. Cool. Okay. So this and like this. Oh, another door there. See, I don't think you're usually going to find every step anyways. Nope. Okay, that's just a blank room. Nothing there either. Okay. Oh, this goes like this. You can see the creatures get a little more difficult as you get further along. It's pretty common for these kind of games. So let's see what's in here. Okay, so Okay, let's see here. Secret door. Secret door. Nothing and nothing. So I think that's the top. And there's the downstairs. Cool. Okay. Go through here. And we got another little box of a room. And gets me in here. There. I didn't mean to come this way. Okay. Oh well. I believe you're pretty good for coin-wise anyways. Okay. Nothing there. Yep, that does it. That's level 2 mapped out. I think what I'm actually going to do right now... There was a secret door there too. There was... Go back up and get... There we go. See stats. Oh, now see, I'm automatically level 2, so it does it automatically. Okay, cool. I didn't know how it handled levels. South. Just their turn. Okay. Let's head north. I got it. Come on. Hey, quit missing. There we go. There we go. And I think on that point, now that I've mapped out the first 2 levels, it's a good time to stop. I've got other things I need to do today, so let's do a quit and save. And I'll come back to this tomorrow and see if we can hit the next couple levels or maybe even further. This is a little longer than I want to play, but that's all right. So thanks for watching. I know it's probably not the most I've ever seen, and I'm not the most talkative, especially when I'm sitting here monkeying around with my little maps here, trying to make sure I know where I'm going. But this way, then, now I'll be able to get down through level 2 and get down to level 3 and go from there. Helps me understand kind of how the levels are laid out. Looks like, for example, the ladders do go in sequence. It's not like level 2's ladder is up in the top corner again, but they're actually fairly straight down. So this will help me figure it out. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.